All right, shalom. We are the true Hebrew Israelites. All right, coming to you week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked setup. All right, and to continue to push this truth. First and foremost, we want to give all praises, glory, and adulation unto Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi, Sham, Kodash. All right. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who do indeed rule well. And honors and a huge shalom to all you Akim out there that's pushing the truth and sincerity and in charity. For as it is written, charity covereth the multitude of sins. All right. And so without further ado, we just gonna jump right into it. All right. You got something, brother?
1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 16. Then Samuel said unto Saul, Stay, and I will tell thee what the Lord hath said unto me this night. And he said unto him, Stay on. And Samuel said, When thou wast little in thine own sight, wast thou not made the head of the tribe of Israel, and the Lord anointed thee king over Israel.
God, so Samuel, because prior to this, Samuel was given a command or a vision from the Most High. All right, and he was supposed to relate to King Saul. This is when Saul was ruling at the time, Saul of the tribe of Benjamin. And he said unto him, read 17 again.
It said, and Samuel said, When thou wast little in thine own sight,
right,
was thou not made the head of the tribe of Israel, and the Lord anointed thee king over Israel.
Right. Was thou not made the head over the tribes of Israel, because it was the Lord that anointed him that kingship, all right? When he was little in his own sight, meaning humbled. Okay? Continue that, bro.
It says, verse 18, And the Lord sent thee on a journey and said, Go and utterly destroy the sinners, the Amalekites, and fight against them until they be consumed.
So he was supposed to destroy the entire host of Amalek, okay? According to the order of the Lord himself. Continue that.
It says, verse 19, Wherefore then didst thou not obey the voice of the Lord, but didst fly upon the spoil, and didst evil in the sight of the Lord.
So what does he mean here by fly upon the spoil? Meaning he took prisoners, all right? He took livestock, basically went into the land, you know what I'm saying, and destroyed utterly, yes. And destroyed, yes, but he did not destroy utterly. He took spoil. And he was supposed to do away with them altogether. Continue that, bro.
It says, verse 19, verse 20, and Saul said unto Samuel, Yea, I have obeyed the voice of the Lord, and have gone the way which the Lord sent me, and have brought Agag the king of Amalek, and have utterly destroyed the Amalekites.
There you go. So he brought the king of Amalek, all right? Which the king was supposed to be slain along with his people. Remember, the order was for him to utterly destroy the Amalekites, all right?
I'm trying to listen to you guys, but I don't know where you're at.
This is 1 Samuel chapter 15, verse 21.
All right.
It said, But the people took of the spoil sheep and oxen and chief of the things which should have been utterly destroyed.
There you go.
To sacrifice unto the Lord thy power in Gilgal. And Samuel said, Have the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams.
That's the Old Testament.
The Old Testament and the New Testament is in circulation right now. All the New Testament is a refreshing of the Old Testament. They're still both very prevalent to this day. But the point that I'm making in this verse here, right, is as the brother just read. Read that again in 22.
Brother.
It said, and Samuel said, Have the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifice as in obeying the voice of the Lord.
So he's asking a question there. He said, doeth the Lord, he said, hath the Lord delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord. So he's saying, so what does the Lord prefer? Does he prefer you to sacrifice unto him, or does he prefer for you to listen and obey his voice? Read the rest of that point, bro.
It said, Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hearken than the fat of rams.
To obey is better than sacrifice, okay? That's the point. That is the point. To obey is better than sacrifice. Obedience. That's what this is all about, okay? To obey the voice of the Most High, Yahawah Sham Yahawashi. All right? He gave him an order. He was supposed to do away with everything Amalekite, and he did not. And he did not, okay?
Christianity is actually horrible for black people.
You got some more?
Yeah, I mean, I can finish.
Yeah, finish that up.
Like, black people, like,
It says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft, and stubbornness as iniquity and idolatry.
Right.
Because thou hast rejected the word of the Lord, he have also rejected thee from being king.
That's why we're in the position we're in right now. When we rejected our power, other people came. You understand what I'm saying? And took us over.
well, I'm Haitian. But,
Alright.
I'm Haitian. I mean, it's different. We actually know our bloodlines, you know. A lot of black people that actually came here, you know, like, don't even know their own goddamn names.
Yeah, because there had to be a flaw in the way first. You see what I'm saying? And when we disobeyed the Lord of hosts, what happened was we were taken out. We were cast aside. Okay, so our nationality was taken from us.
Yeah. Everything was taken
Everything
from us.
was taken. Right. So with that being said, this is why, and this is what I'm reading in here. This happened to King Saul when King Saul disobeyed. Actually, can you read up above a little bit there, in verse 22?
1 Samuel 15 and 22.
Right.
And Samuel said, hath the Lord as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of the Lord? Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice, and to hear, and to hearken than the fat of rams.
And to hearken than the fat of rams. See, back in the ancient world, when we sinned, we had to sacrifice.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? But now the Most High, he finally got sick and tired of all of that. You know what I mean? And so, again,
He didn't want any more murder, even though he did it a lot of times in that whole Bible that you're looking
no,
at.
it was never, no. The point here is,
He's
like I
around the
said,
world, dude. He did that.
the point here deals with obeying the Most High and not questioning his authority, okay? Because when we question the Lord put us away. Every single tribe, the Lord put them away because we did not hearken unto the voice of the Most High. All right? That's the simplest point I'm making here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
No.
Continue that,
And mind you,
verse 23.
It says, for rebellion is as the sin of witchcraft,
Yep.
and stubbornness is as iniquity and idolatry.
Oh, I have stubbornness. I have stubbornness.
Because
That's
thou
what
hast
is
rejected
me.
the word of the Lord, he hath also rejected
worship
thee
him.
from being king.
He hath also rejected thee from being king. So when King Saul went against the orders of the Lord and brought back spoil,
Oh no,
the Lord
well,
rejected him from being king.
if you guys read the rest of that, King Saul actually like redeems himself. I actually was a Christian when I was a kid. Like King Saul redeems himself, but
Is there something that you heard?
yeah.
No, I think that
There's
was it
also
for me.
there's also like you guys ever read the Samson reference? No. Yeah, like I actually know the Bible.
So the ones that I rarely
I'm not gonna try to battle with you guys on
It's
this
just
whole
like-
thing, but I'm just saying like there's parts I like in there, you know, like they seem to be good to each other, you know. What Jesus said, you know, with the rest of it, I don't really. There's parts of the Bible that like, I just don't believe.
Well, the scriptures say to eat the whole roll. So if you haven't eaten the whole roll, if you don't like the whole Bible, that means the Spirit wasn't given to you to actually be down with the Bible. That's all that means.
Yeah.
So there's really, you know what I mean? There is no battle here. If you haven't eaten the whole roll, it's not working.
It's Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 1. It said, moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest,
Yep.
eat this roll, and
Yep.
go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll.
That's right.
That roll is, you know what I'm saying, talking about these scriptures right here. And as you can see, you know, it's not given to everybody because, you know what I mean, our people are so destroyed or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I started to go to the 12 tribes and I'll break it down, but he was just so. I mean, I don't know if he was drunk or high or what, you know what I mean? But that dude was just like.
And he didn't look like he was in his right mind either. He got his,
Yeah, he looked like he was just like lost, you know what I'm saying? And I don't know. That's a. I was about to go to the certain topic or whatever, but I'm like.
Yeah, I feel you. But you can go into it for edification's sake, only because you know what I'm saying. We out here to push the word after all.
Yeah, and like the brother said, you know, eat the whole roll. So that's why we're going into this scripture right here, because you know you can't just pick and choose. You know what I'm saying? In the scriptures, you got to go with the whole thing. And that's what it seemed like. I don't know. I mean, he was real confused about. I don't know. Like you were saying, black people. You know, this the thing. I mean, this isn't Christianity. It's our heritage. Christianity, as it's taught in the churches, is like paganism. You know what I'm saying? It's based off of father, mother. You know that Babylonian. Babylonian idolatry and all that stuff. And that's not what the Bible is talking about. You know what I mean? That's what our people gotta really understand. All that stuff comes from ancient Babylon, Nimrod, and all that stuff.
Yeah, like you said, ancient paganism. That's all it was. Yeah, break that scripture. That was good. Eat the whole roll. Yeah.
So Ezekiel 3:1. Moreover, he said unto me, Son of man, eat that thou findest, eat this roll, and go speak unto the house of Israel. So I opened my mouth, and he said the house of Israel, not everybody. So I opened my mouth, and he caused me to eat that roll, because you know that's a misconception. Is that like we always say, the Bible isn't for everybody. It was only to the nation of Israel. That's why you got to know the history. Like the scriptures it's history, it's prophecies, and there's laws. And the history, if you follow, you know what I'm saying, the history from Genesis, the Old Testament, so-called Old Testament that this guy was referring to, which is, the laws, history, and prophecies.
Right.
It basically tells you, the 10, if you go to Genesis, the 10th chapter, it talks about, you had Noah, like he talked about the flood or whatever, how the Most High killed people and stuff like that. But I mean, that was for a reason. You know what I mean? The Most High is repetitive. He's going to do the same thing again, like we always say.
He doesn't change.
Yeah, and so basically, you know what I'm saying, you had Noah and his sons. That's where you get the people, all the tribes that are on the face of the earth from, the nations. Yes, the nations. And the chosen line, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob is the progenitor of the 12 tribes that we got here. So those are the Most High chosen people. That's who he elected, you know what I'm saying, to be his people. To give his laws to.
Well, what does the scriptures say? The scriptures say that the nation of Israel is the Lord's lot, right? So, like the brother just got done saying, the Lord chose us. Even though we were the youngest among the nations, the smallest among the nations, he didn't choose us because we were mightier than the other nations, we were bigger. No, he chose us for his own purpose. That's all that matters. You see what I'm saying? So like I was reading in Samuel, like we were bringing out in the book of 1 Samuel, you had the example of King Saul, who did not obey the voice of the Lord, and so the Lord took his power away from him. And by extension, that happened to the whole nation of Israel. That's why we're in the condition that we're in right now. Okay? But like the brother was reading, you got to back on. All right, bring that.
So Jeremiah 51:19.
Okay.
The portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things.
Well, he is the former of all things. What does that mean? We're the innovators. We're the builders. Okay. There's a word. There's a word for us. We're called the forerunners. Then. All right. Continue that.
Yeah. So it said the portion of Jacob is not like them, and our portion is basically the Most High. So it says the portion of Jacob is not like them, for he is the former of all things.
Yep.
And Yahawah is the true power. I mean, Yahawah, he is.
Yes.
Yeah. Says he is the former of all things, and Israel is the rod of his inheritance. So the nation of Israel is who he's going to give, authority, dominion, the kingdom to. And it said the Lord of hosts is his name, and his name is Yahawah.
Right, Yahawah, he is, or he exists, okay? He is the source of all things, all right? And the father of spirits. Go ahead, Doctor.
It says, going down, it says, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, just like how, the scripture you read earlier, it's like, the Most High used Israel to give them that W over the Amalekites. So he was there. The Most High used Israel to basically conquer that nation, and you know, as the story goes in the scriptures, to go travel from Egypt, from that captivity, to go into the land of Israel and basically take it over, and that be their land. But you know, because of our people were being disobedient and stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's why we're in the condition that we're in today. We lost our power, our rulership. But ultimately, the Most High is going to have mercy on us and, you know, give us our kingdom. And return to us our land.
And return to us our inheritance. See what I'm saying? Because,
It said, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
Read that again.
It said, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war.
The Lord said his people are his battle axe and weapons of war. Remember, the scriptures say that we would be fishers of men, and then we would be turned into hunters. Okay? So that's his will for his people, especially in these last days. Go ahead, bro. Finish that then.
It says, with thee will I break in pieces the nations.
With thee will I break in pieces the nations. What nations? Esau, Amalek. Alright? All these other nations on the earth. Magog, Gog, Gomer. Okay? Moab. All these other nations. Even unto the people of Japhet. Your Etruscans. All of these other nations. We're going to break them into pieces. Go ahead, bro.
So it says, and with thee will I break in pieces the horse and his rider.
Yep.
And with thee will I break in pieces the chariot and his rider.
Yep.
With thee also will I break in pieces man and woman.
Yep.
And with thee will I break in pieces old and young.
Yep.
And with thee will I break in pieces the young man and the maid.
The young man and the maid. Okay? So that means nobody is exempt. When the Lord gives his chosen elect the green light, everybody's getting it. That's all it means, okay? All you proud ass crackers out here, all you proud ass niggas out here, all you women that like to hold your nose up, you're gonna be destroyed according to the scriptures, alright? For your wickedness. For wickedness you did here and in your past life. Go ahead, bro.
It said, I will also break in pieces with thee the shepherd and the flock, and with thee will I break in pieces the husbandman and his yoke of oxen, and with thee will I break in pieces captains and rulers.
Yeah, the leadership. Okay? Which was
It says, and I will render unto Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord.
fine. And when it said, actually read that up again.
It says, and I will render unto Babylon
Right.
and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea.
The inhabitants of Chaldea are talking about you so-called white people today. You Edomites, okay? Continue that.
It says, and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea, all their evils that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord.
All the evil that you have done in Zion. So for every little thing that you so-called white people did to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Esau, you're going to be destroyed for that. The Lord is not going to acquit you for that. All right? And you 2/3 that's down with this Edomite, you're going to be destroyed right with him. Go ahead, bro.
It's verse 25. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, which destroy all the earth, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee.
Once again, that's talking about Esau, the destroying mountain. Which child was given the blessing of the sword? Was it Esau or was it Jacob? Okay? So when you're talking about that destroying mountain, all right, the word mountain means government. Yeah, that was kind of close for no apparent reason. You cut in there. Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah, so read that again, bro.
Jeremiah 51 and 25.
All right.
It says, behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord.
Mountain. That's talking about Esau. Continue that.
Which destroyeth all the earth.
And Esau has destroyed the entire earth, man. This entire earth is under perdition because of all the pollution, GMOs, all right? All the filthy practices, morally, all right, as well as physically upon this planet, right? It's the destroying mountain. That's talking about Esau. Continue.
It says, and I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and roll thee down from the rocks, and will make thee a burnt mountain.
And will make thee a burnt mountain. The word mountain goes back to the word rulership or governments, okay? And again, Esau is that destroying mountain. Everywhere Esau goes, what does the scripture say? They are known as the border of wickedness, man. Okay? Everywhere they go, destruction follows. That's you so-called white people. Alright? You are a cancer upon the earth that the Lord is going to get rid of very soon. Go ahead up.
It's Jeremiah 51 and 29.
Okay.
And the Lord and the lands Salakia, and the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of the Lord shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a destruction, Salakia, a desolation without inhabitants.
And the Lord is going to use his people to do that. Okay? You got the angels first and foremost. Alright? Yahawashi, you know he going to be getting down. But with Yahawashi, you're even going to have those elect. Those hopeful elect, man, that's going to be doing dirt right along with the Lord. And the main reason for that is to bring order back to the earth. The scriptures say that the world is out of course right now. So we're going to be given the authority, Lord willing, me and this brother, all right? And I speak for both of us when I say this, all right? Lord willing, we be of that elect. We're going to assist in bringing order back to this earth, all right? By throwing down these strongholds. Continue that, bro.
Alright, I'm gonna start at 51 and 1.
Go for it.
So Jeremiah 51 and 1, it says, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon, and against them that dwell in the midst of them, that rise up against me a destroying wind.
Bring that down.
Yes,
Bring that out.
yeah, so it says, Thus saith the Lord, Behold, I will raise up against Babylon, which we know Babylon is talking about America, because America is basically the mystery Babylon according to the scriptures.
Yeah.
So it says that the Most High is going to raise up a destroying wind. And you got this this TV series, I'm trying to remember what it's called. I was watching it yesterday. I can't remember what it's called, but it shows, matter of fact, yeah, it's American Horror Story, right? It's
Okay.
but the episode is called Apocalypse or something like that. And it shows how, you know, these rich Edomites or whatever, how at the least, you know, time you expected or whatever, they show how the rich elites or whatever, they basically, you know, the average people, they were like shit out of luck. You know, elites are going to be shit out of luck. But they show, but they show how basically you heard the sirens and stuff going on. You seen they were trying to hurry up and, you know, the father was trying to tell the fucking the father was trying to tell weird. That's crazy. Yeah. Yo, they got on camera too.
Exactly. No, that's the devil for you though, man. That's
yo, look, they like
that's the devil for you though. You see what I'm trying to say?
Walking up and down the street with a fucking black dildo.
But it just goes like I keep telling you, man. That's the devil for you. That's why Esau has to be destroyed. You feel me? Like,
yo,
I was trying my hardest not to pay that no attention because he was doing that over there too.
No, I didn't see that.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm just like, wow. I wouldn't even like, yo. I mean, what do you call it? You got flags or something like where they don't build or something no more. Like, so he's probably gonna go and use that on them.
Oh no, yeah, exactly. Wait, but that's why the scriptures call these people physicians of no value, man. Because that's exactly how they are. They're base in every way, shape, or form. When the Most High said, "Upon thy belly thou shalt go," he wasn't playing. He wasn't playing. Esau is a base people, man. Go ahead, you got it.
Yeah. So basically, in the show, or whatever, it showed how, you know, so they think they're gonna go to like this underground shelter, blah blah blah, and then you see like the missiles hit, and you see like it basically destroys everything on top. You know, like how the scriptures say that they will go and try and hide under the rocks and stuff, so they try and go underground. They got this secret society, whatever that, and you know what I mean? They show a lot of stuff. I mean, I'll see about it.
Kind of.
See it, whatever.
I feel you.
But anyway, getting back to this.
Yeah.
Verse 2, Jeremiah 51 and 2. And will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her and shall empty her land, for in the day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
Read that again. That was beautiful.
It says, and will send unto Babylon fanners.
And those fanners are going to be those freaking Salakia. Those fanners are going to be the chariots, man. To fan the flames. Because when you fan the flames, all you're doing is making them chumpies grow. That's how you do. You know what I'm saying? When a person fans the flames, like for example, you actually have a contraption where you can put underneath the wood then you push down on it, right? It's kind of like an accordion thing, but the air, it pushes the air in which makes,
It's like how you got an instant lighter require you blowing into
fire, right? Because oxygen feeds the fire. So once you blow on it, you see what I'm saying? The fire starts to expand and grow. Okay, so that's what it's talking about there. Go ahead, bro.
It says, and I will send unto Babylon fanners that shall fan her, and shall empty her land, for in that day of trouble they shall be against her round about.
I did a video yesterday about abandoned cities, abandoned cities and villages in the state of Pennsylvania. Okay, and one of those states, or one of those abandoned places was called Centralia, right? Why was Centralia abandoned? Because there's an actual fire going underneath Centralia as we speak. Okay, can you imagine that? Miles of tunnels under fire due to the fact that the fire is being fueled by all this natural gas that's underneath there. You see what I'm saying? So that's part of that fanning process, okay? Not to mention all the spiritual fanning of the fire that's going on. Like you have a lot of these upheavals, you have a lot of outrage, especially in the media. People going at it over dumb shit, racial biases being bought out every single day. So what does that tell you? That's them fanners, man. Go ahead, Alan.
Says, against him that bendeth let the archer bend his bow, and against him that lifteth himself up in his brigandine, and spare ye not her young men, destroy ye utterly all her host.
Destroy ye utterly all her. What is that? What does the whole word host mean? It means armies, okay? Destroy ye utterly all her host. Whose host? America's. Babylon. All right? Mystery Babylon. The daughter of the great whore that sitteth upon the mountain, okay? Go ahead, bro.
Alright, so it says, thus the slain shall fall in the land of the Chaldeans, and they that are thrust through in her streets. For the Lord have not been forsaken, for the Lord have not been forsaken, nor Judah of his power, of the Lord of hosts, though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Israel. It says, so basically, you know what I'm saying, like we talk about in the day of Jacob's trouble, how, you know, the Israelites or whatever, the Israelites are going to be basically, you know, the Most High is not going to have any mercy, so-called mercy on 2/3 of our people, because when all hell starts breaking loose or whatever, you know what I mean, our people is going to be getting destroyed for their rebellion coming against the Most High. So it says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Yeah, so it says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. So you know what I mean? There's going to come a time in the near future when the chariots of the Most High are going to basically deliver the elect from out of here before the thermonuclear destruction happens. So it says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, because you know the Most High is gonna judge Babylon, or America, which is spiritually Babylon, the mystery Babylon, and he's not gonna he's not gonna water down, you know what I'm saying, the judgment or not. America's gonna suffer fully. You know, the scriptures say double unto her, double according to her work. So the Most High is not gonna have no mercy on America for what it did to our people, the Israelites. God's chosen, the Most High's chosen people.
Right.
So it says, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. What's a recompense? Payback.
That's it.
It says, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. So it says Babylon have been a golden cup. And you know, Babylon or America, they've been, I guess the image of perfection and wealth and all that stuff, starting going back to, you know, around, you know, after, you know, they had our people in slavery and they used that labor to basically build up their kingdom or whatever. They've been a golden cup. But guess what? The Most High is bringing America down. He's bringing them down financially, morally, you know what I mean, spiritually. You know what I mean? America's declining. And anybody that you know has eyes or whatever, or is a deeper, you know, not you know mundane like the average you know people that you see here in the societies, they'll be able to see that. You know what I mean? So yeah, so it says, and you know it says that made all the earth drink, the nation drink. That made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad. And you know what I'm saying? America, they push their democracy. They go to the Middle East. They try and make the other nations don't set up democracies and puppet leaders and governments and all that. And the people was uprising. They're mad. You know what I mean? It didn't work for them.
That's part of that fanning of the flames that was spoken of in that last scripture you was reading. Okay? You hear what the brother just got done saying? All right? And then furthermore, when you really look at it too, the brother made another beautiful statement. He said America is falling financially. You want to know where that started from? That started from when the Rothschilds was able to bring their central bank to America and start basically ripping America off. America does not pay its taxes to its own treasury, okay? It pays its taxes to a private bank, okay? A private bank with private stockholders. This is why America is in so much debt. All right? The Federal Reserve Bank is a private bank with private stockholders. Okay? It has nothing to do with America. America's treasury does not handle America's money. Okay? Continue that off.
This is Jeremiah 51 and 8. Yep. It said Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. So it said Babylon is suddenly fallen. This is talking about the future. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Because America studied, like you said, America studied declining and falling. And it says, howl for her, take balm for her pain. And balm is like medicine, something to heal something, and it's no matter what America does, there's no coming back from this. You know what I mean? They're not gonna rise up. They're not gonna you know get a loan and get out of the debt. They're not gonna stop the third world war that's imminent and about to happen or whatever. I mean that was another thing in the show too. They said damn, what the fuck they said that show I was talking American Horror Story. They said like some country, I forget exactly how they said it, but it had like a black anchor on the TV. He was just like fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we could do. They shot the missile. They're gonna be here in an hour, like less than an hour. Like
there you go.
There you go. I mean, that was kind of funny, like
there you go. But no, he
wasn't even like trying to like there's hope and da da da.
Exactly. They was just like fuck it, this place is done.
Like fuck my life type.
Yeah, exactly. But you see that kind of dynamic in a lot of movies. Like in the movie Terminator, what happened when they built Skynet? What did Skynet do? Skynet shot every single missile out of them silos, which eviscerated all the